Welcome to the Get Sacred podcast. I'm your host, intuitive life coach Melissa Elysian, and I'm here to teach you how to create more money, more love, and more sacred success. If you're ready to create a lusciously abundant and pleasure-filled life, you're in the right place. Hey, love. So here's the thing about life coming apart. It can always be for good. In the situations that I've been in and I've had to witness or go through moments of life where my life was coming apart, where jobs were coming apart or friendships were coming apart or ways of being had to come apart. In general, it's been shocking, it's been unnerving, it's been painful, it's been incredibly uncomfortable until I recognize the value of things coming apart, especially when I don't feel like I've put it into motion. In a lot of ways, I don't feel like that's true. I feel like in a lot of ways, when things come apart, we have a say. There's a reason, but sometimes it's shocking. Sometimes, even though the outcome is going to be something desirable to us, while it's happening and we're comfortable, we get really uncomfortable with things coming apart. And I'm speaking to this right now because 2020 has been quite the year of shit coming apart. I mean, so many things have come apart. Like, just the way that we do life is completely different. Our attachments to our rhythms and our schedules, our routines, our relationships dissolving in an instant because of the pandemic. And now with this revolution, this Black Lives Matter movement rising all around the world, we're seeing things dissolve and come apart. Yes, literally buildings, but also systems. They are coming apart, they're dissolving. And I want you to know that what is required when life does it for us, right? When it feels like life is doing it for us, when we were not prepared, when we were not anticipating things coming apart, the best thing that we can do is really release, is to let things come apart and see what new needs to be birthed inside of ourselves and in the world. Right now, there are so many people who the things that are dissolving within them is beliefs that didn't serve them. And I say that across the board. It doesn't really matter what race you are or gender you are. There is a global thing happening right now where beliefs and patterns of behavior are dissolving in the presence of more information, in the presence of sincere curiosity and compassion and connection. I mean, for me, I don't even know where to start, but inside of myself, some of the things that are dissolving are tendencies to want to fit in, I guess. How do I describe it? Just like the idea of code switching, the idea of going to work and being a way that's more palatable or makes me be perceived as safe and a non-threatening Black woman. All the times that I've not said something because I don't want to be perceived as an angry Black woman is like that compulsion inside of me feels like it's being dissolved. Like at this point, I feel like I'm going to feel what I feel. And every time that I try to save my own life, save my own discomfort by protecting, shielding other people who are judging me, we both get hurt even further, right? I'm participating because I'm scared. And that's with good reason. I'm not judging myself, but I'm also at a place where I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not interested. Be uncomfortable. I'll be uncomfortable. I'm willing to not be safe anymore. I don't care. That's where I'm at. So there's parts of me that are dissolving. I'm watching it happen in my relationships. I'm having relationships that are not holding up. They are not withstanding what is happening right now. They don't have the strength, they don't have the vulnerability, they don't have the depth to survive what's happening right now. And I'm having to let go of them. And I'm having to let go of them from a place of, it's painful, it hurts me. I wish you would show up in a better way. I was expecting a better response. I thought you would feel me. I thought you cared. And I'm also clear that you don't. So I'm having to let go of, I don't really want anyone in my circle who poses as a threat to me being authentic and who is willing to ignore the real suffering that I experience at their silence or at their indifference. I'm not willing. And it's crazy because I never thought I was willing. And now, as I see people's eyes opening up, I can see the depth of which it was going on around me while I wasn't even aware of how embedded it was in relationships of mine that it was okay to not really see, to not really care. There's a lot of letting go, and I'm leaning into it. I'm okay with it because I know that what comes from a willingness to let things come apart is something new. It's always been a blessing to me. And I mean, I get the question, like, people are like, how do you know so much? I laugh because I don't. And then I also remember, like, oh, life, because I've said that I'm willing to learn and I'm willing to share, has intentionally forced me over and over and over again to learn this process and to submit to it. And so I want to encourage you in this time that things are coming apart, that you lean into it, that you be okay with it, that you look at it in the lens of something new is going to come together, right? And that it doesn't have to be painful. You can perceive it to be something like dissolving. You can perceive it as something that is just coming apart, untethering itself from you. That's not to deny the pain. There's a real pain in some of the things that I'm letting go of. And there's actually some freedom and clarity and strength and power in the things that I feel like are coming apart. And so I want you to know that I love you and that you have everything that you need within you to rise to the occasion and to weather this experience of the dissolution and to rest as it happens, right? To know that in the energetics that things are happening, I'm not saying for you to not be active as much as I know that we're human and we need rest. We need quiet to listen. We need rest. We need healing. And so give yourself these things and know that you can also surrender to the fact that things are coming apart and that it's okay. And that if you give yourself permission to not fight it, to not struggle with that, you can expedite the process of letting things go that need to go, letting things go that need to change inside of you so that you can do things differently. We're all needing to do that in a really deep and powerful way right now. So I offer you many blessings as it happens in your life the way that it is unfolding. Bye, darling. Hey, love. Before you go, I want to invite you to join my program, 6 Figure Frequency. It's for sacred women who want to align with the energy of 6 figures or more. Go to melissaalesian.com/money to join.